Okay, morning everyone. It is, what is Andy? Friday the
23rd of August.
23rd. Hey everyone, this is Andy, my mate. So we're in Great Malvern today, and a bit more about the town later on. We're going to do a bit of a tour, so I'll give you a bit of education on that. But this morning we are walking up to the Worcester Beacon. More information about the Worcester Beacon on the way. Anyway, while we're walking, I just want to talk about Andy. So Andy's my longest friend, I suppose is the best way to describe.
Suffer.
Yes, suffer, yes. Met in 1979, both riding mopeds.
In Cologne.
Yes, in Scotland. And we've had a love of motorbikes all our lives until we finally gave up in, 2000, something like that. And then in all through the 80s we did that. And in 91 I went to Liverpool. Andy was in Southampton. He then went even further away to Plymouth in 1994. And I went to Lincolnshire in 1996. Been all those years with all the ups and downs that everyone has in their lives. We've always been a kind of constant, haven't we, man? Hey? So we're up in Great Malvern. Everything that's going on with me, we agreed to meet up. So we're going to wander up this hike. I'm not sure how long it is, and so we'll chip in, give us some info on the way. There's quite a nice picture here, so I'm just going to stop now and go back and give you a view of Great Malvern. Yeah. Hi everyone. We're up the first bit, and it's slightly windy. Apparently we've got the remnants of, which storm is it, man? Where are you? Storm Lillian, that's it. So
A steep ascent.
yes, it turns out, read the instructions. So actually, where we should have turned left and gone the gentle route up, and then the steep bit down, we went up the steep bit. On the other hand, it means you can get up quick. So let me give you a view. Okay, what do you think of that, everyone? So you can see way down the bottom. We're heading up. Wee man, Andy. He's not a wee man because he's quite compact and patient. We think it is up at the top there. More about that. But we're now going along. So we walk up the Malvern Hills. So they're only 9 miles long. They rise to 1,400 feet. They've been here for almost 700 million years, and they're made predominantly of granite. Very importantly, limestone. As you probably know, limestone is good at holding water, and that is why Malvern Hills was found to be full of lovely minerals and goodness, and why Great Malvern became a spa town, and we'll talk about that a bit later on. Just as a side note, the water is so famous. The years really got going about 130 years ago with when the Victorians came, and Queen Victoria never travelled anywhere without Malvern spring water. Right, onwards up. We're going left or right, wee man?
Straight on, I think.
Straight on? Yes? Does that say the beacon?
It does.
I think so. Right. See you in a minute. Wow, guys. You just get some perspective of just how beautiful these hills are that attract everyone to come and walk up. Beautiful morning. Poured a rain last night, as everyone probably knows. But today, sun's out, lovely breeze. But it is absolutely stunning. Hi everyone. Well, on review, when we were making the vlog up, it was so windy up there we couldn't hear Andy's education lesson. So here it is, Andy.
So here we are at the top of the Worcester Beacon, which is 1,400 feet high. So for our Scottish listeners, viewers, for those of you north of the border, that's approximately twice the height of Arthur's Seat. Here we have the toposcope.
Topo, T-O-P-O.
T-O-P-O
Nice.
scope, which can be found at the top of a lot of viewpoints. This one was erected here for Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee.
How many years is that?
60.
Ooh, nice.
In 1897.
Nice.
From here you can have a commanding view of 14 counties of England and a sixth of the landmass of England and Wales. So quite an impressive view. Really.
Brilliant. So yeah, so I'll add one more to that. If you look directly east from here, you go looking across the Severn Plain, the next highest land point that you would see or arrive at are the Ural Mountains in Russia. Get that.
Making it up.
I'm not. Just wandering our way back down from way up there. And how did you tell me where we're heading off tonight?
Heading into the Happy Valley.
You like the Happy Valley? Just for some more ginger. Thank you. So that's it, guys. We have safely managed to do the Worcester Beacon. How you feeling, Andy? All right? How's your feet?
Fine, mate.
Okay, good lad. Rejuvenate. So yeah, rejuvenate some of that for a coffee. See you later. And we're going to do the town tour later. So there's going to be some more history of Malvern to come. See ya. Afternoon, everyone. Right, so we've done the Worcester Beacon this morning. We're now back in the town of Great Malvern, and we're going to do a little tour. And both of us going to tell you about some of the famous places in Great Malvern. Ready, wee man?
Ready, set.
Okay, so let's go. So here we are, looking down the high street of lovely Great Malvern, and the first point of our stop is to meet Sir Edward Elgar. Musicians amongst you will realise a very famous British composer, and he lived in Malvern in the late 1800s for many years with his wife. And he loved this place, and it's said that the hills behind inspired many of his compositions. And then while we're here, if you look over above that rather iconic looking building, I think it's Barclays Bank now, but it used to be the library, and it became known as the Royal Library because Princess, not Queen, so we're talking a long time ago, Princess Victoria visited the library. It's a rather lovely area here, as you'll see. Beautiful flowers. A very nice tree that I should know. My mate Chris will tell me off because I'm not recognising it. I'm not going to guess because I'll make a fool of myself. Right, off to the next place. So, second place of interest, the Unicorn. This is one of the oldest buildings in Great Malvern. Dates from the 1450s, and it was a hotel for travellers, generally from Worcester, going to Ledbury or the other way. So they come and get refreshments here, they could change their horses, and as an addendum, to get up the hill here, they used to have what was called double-headed horses. So they would have to have, I assume, two horses to actually be able to pull it up. So we've now come into Rosebank Gardens, and apart from the beautiful sculpture, I'm not sure if this is by Rose Garrard, who's the local sculptor. She did the Sir Edward Elgar one. I'm not sure if it's her, but these gardens you can see here used to have properties on it, and then many years ago Dyson Perrins, that is of the Leon Perrins Worcester sauce family, he gave this land to the town of Malvern, and so on the back of that they built this rather pretty little garden. Oh, Andrew carrying my water. Thanks very much, Andrew.
Sure, pal.
So we're going to go down into this beautiful area down here, and Andrew's got something to tell you about this area. Andrew. Very exciting.
Yes, come on.
I came here for a works conference in 2016.
What an incredible
Memorable.
coincidence.
I've just recognised the pub we
Unbelievable.
went in up the road, actually.
Well, incredible coincidence. I can't believe it.
Right, we're good. Thank you very much. Quick correction, the beautiful sculpture up there was actually done by a Polish artist called Walenty Pytel. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're probably coming to one of the most famous buildings in Great Malvern, the Priory. It was founded in around 1075. That's very interesting because that's around the same time as Lincoln Cathedral. And it was built by Benedictine monks. And so as we get down there, you'll see it's very Gothic on the outside, and when we get to the inside, very Norman. And the story is that they were here for hundreds of years, and then in 1541, which is obviously Henry VIII, Reformation, abandonment of the monasteries, the monks left, and this place was going to be knocked down. So upset with the townspeople of Great Malvern that they banded together and they bought the priory for £20 and have kept it ever since. And it's now an Anglican church. So let's go down and have a look at this beautiful place. So this is the entry, the old entry to the priory. The front has actually been quite modernised, so it doesn't really reflect what it looked like then. But this was the old entrance that went into the grounds, obviously much less developed, of the priory where the Benedictine monks lived. Okay, so we're just coming into the grounds of the old graveyard, as you can see, and then as we turn you see this magnificent building. As I said, the outside is quite Gothic. You can tell by the tall windows. In times before, windows were based on squares, so, whereas these are based on rectangles, and it allowed buildings to be made much higher than some of the older Norman and Roman constructions. So let's go in. So here we are.
Hello there.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
My name's Alistair.
Hello, Alison. Nice to meet you. I'm Jude.
Hi, Jude.
Welcome to the Priory. Have you been
Thank you
here
very
before?
much. No, we haven't.
Right, so you're going to have a wander around.
We are.
Do you want to know a little bit of background?
We'd love to.
Great.
Thank you.
So, the Priory was founded in 1085 by a monk called Aldwin, who was told by the Bishop of Worcester, go and build a monastery in the middle of nowhere, which he did, rather reluctantly. Bye-bye. So the first part of the building is the Norman arches, which and takes you up to where the stone changes there.
Yes.
So that would have been the original height of the building.
Yes.
And then up it went over the next years in what we call the perpendicular Gothic style, pointy arches. Got 14 medieval stained glass windows. That's the largest stained glass window in a parish church. And then there are others for you to investigate. Still got the medieval monk stalls with the carvings underneath, and tiles were made here, medieval tiles. Then along came Henry VIII, who was demolishing monasteries all over the country, as we know, but the villagers got together and saved £20 and sent it up to Cromwell, Thomas Cromwell, and saved the building. We lost our treasures, our cloisters, our lands, our wealth, if you like, but saved the building. It then fell into a state of disrepair in the 17th, 18th century, and then it had become the parish church. And it was then restored in the Victorian era, so we've got a Victorian ceiling and a Victorian floor.
Oh, it's Victorian.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you one of these, and you've got one good, you have a wander around.
That's fantastic. If I'm correct, only York Minster has more stained glass windows
That's right.
than this church.
Yes, that's right.
That's true.
And in fact, we think that this window in particular was designed by the same man who designed the York Minster windows.
Oh,
So there's a link.
And we did a
with
quick
York.
check on the £20,
Yes.
and it's worth £15,000 now, which is surprisingly low. I thought it would be,
Yeah, but
£500,000.
£15,000 then. So £15,000 then would be millions
it.
now. Yeah.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yes, I did the same thing, and
Yeah.
I thought, oh, that's not so bad. But actually, you've got to then add inflation
Compound, yeah.
from then to now.
Yeah, and I thought I'd done that, but maybe I need to recalculate.
So you've got to say, what was £15,000? What is £15,000 then worth now?
Yeah, exactly.
Well
Brilliant.
done, you've done your homework.
Thank you very much.
Not at
Thank
all,
you very
pleasure.
much. So I had a quick look at this. So I went back to the Bank of England calculator, and if I do say what's £20 today from 5041, it is as I thought. I think the trick is, though, it says this is calculating goods and services. And if I go to another one here, this one's, if you wanted to compare, say, a project, which I suppose is more like something of an asset, then it tells you the same sort of money to the cost. It tells you what the labour cost, but the economic cost, which is maybe, I don't know, more valid, £7 million. So somewhere between 12,000 and 7 million. If anyone's got a better answer as to how you know how the value of property has increased since 1541, please stick it in the comments. We'd be very grateful. Cheers.
Hello there.
Isn't it beautiful? So this, I presume, is where cannons, etc. would sit up here. And let me show you one little, well, let's just look at this beautiful window to start with. But I want to show you these. They have them in Lincoln Cathedral. If you look, if I move this cushion away, if you look at this beautiful seat, you'll see this part sticking out. This is called a misericord, and this allowed, when they were standing up and getting tired, they could sit down on these, and these misericords or mesericords gave the impression to the congregation that they were still standing. And like Lincoln Cathedral, you will see that all of these seats have their own, if I wander along, all have their own beautiful individual carvings on their misericords. So there we go. More beautiful stained. They look obviously more modern. And then if I look back, isn't that beautiful building? It's like being in a mini cathedral, but we're in a priory that is now a church. Beautiful ceilings. Tierrasons, I think they are, bolting up on the ceiling. Hope you liked it. And just as an addendum, I've just found a thing that talks about the misericords. And it comes from the Latin word, for mercy. And they were commonly known as mercy seats. So I'm just looking back up to the main entrance of the gardens, and you will see, actually these buildings are stunning. So this is Andy's Abbey Hotel. I didn't realise just quite how impressive it is. It's beautiful. So I've checked, and it actually dates back to the 1600s. It's not a folly hotel. It's an old building. Lovely. Not sure about the rather disappointing buildings next to it, but that's town planners for you. So you remember I talked about the water, the famous Malvern water that comes from the hills above via the granite and limestone. Well, when the Benedictine monks that we just heard about were here, they also loved the benefit of the pure water. But in the 1830s, Dr. Wilson and his assistant had discovered in Austria that they were marketing the healing benefits of lovely mineral water. So Dr. Wilson came here in the sort of, I think, 1830s, 1840s, and they started to promote the benefits of Malvern water. And so popular was it that the Victorians and the landed gentry flocked to Malvern to take benefit. And this building here is called Park View. It's now apartments. Was Dr. Wilson's clinic that they came to get, in inverted commas, treated with a special water. Just on our way to the next attraction, but just thought I would give you a beautiful view of the other side of this stunning priory. The Malvern Hills, where we've been up the top of this morning. All right, Andy?
Yep.
So while we're passing, this is Priory Park. It's beautiful. When I read about it, it's quintessentially Victorian apparently, and it was created for the town in the 1920s. I do believe, Chris is going to tell me, I think that is a cedar. I'm going to go for cedar, and he'll tell me off when I've got it wrong. But very pretty. Oh, I can't believe it. My first instinct was it was a pine, but then I decided it was a cedar. But it is actually got a label on it which says Corsican pine. So, sorry Christoph, wrong again. Okay, so we're walking now down, very pretty, to the rather lovely Great Malvern Station. It was built in 1860 by the architect Edmund Wallace Elmsley, and of course this was built to bring the landed gentry by their thousands to get healed by the very special waters of Malvern. So let's go inside, wee man, and have a look. And apparently wee man says that he has got a story for us when we're in the station, so I look forward to that. I also think I've got to find a cedar tree just to appease Mr. Ainsley. Got to be a cedar tree in there for me. Right, back in a minute. So here we are at this beautiful little station. It's grade 2 listed, and apparently is named as the most ornamental small station in the UK. It's a big thing. So we're going to wander along, and we'll go through the underpass and we'll go across. Apparently we've got to go across the other side to Andrew's bit of history. Back in a minute. Okay, Andy, what do you got to tell us?
It's a secret, mate. Secret. Follow me.
It's a dead end, Andrew.
No.
It's a dead end.
Trust me. You see this little secret door?
Yeah, yes.
Secret door.
Yeah.
It leads to what is known as the worm.
Okay,
On
explain.
the day when the gentry used to arrive here, get off the steam train,
Yeah.
and they didn't want to mix with the riffraff, they would come down this side of the station,
Right.
through the secret worm door, to which leads a tunnel across the road straight to the Imperial Hotel.
Get away.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, we better go and find.
Didn't you
the
know
Imperial- No. So we better go and find.
Hold on, somebody's opening it.
Oh, it's a ghost. It's a ghost. Someone's trying to get out. We've been trapped since 1860. Ah. Right, this will prove whether Andrew was talking to. He is telling the truth. Well, there you go. That's marvellous. Well, I think we need to go and find the Imperial Hotel, don't we? Because the worm can't go very far, can it?
No. Hopefully. It's
I'm just checking.
pub.
If there's anyone in there, bang the door. Shit. Let's go. Oh, thank you very much, Andrew.
Move.
Huh?
Didn't move. There is somebody in
Oh, look at this. A very Victorian type of access, isn't it? Yeah. Classic Victorian. Yeah. In their big, wide, long frocks. Yeah. And men in top hats. Okay, mystery is solved. This was the platform that Andy took us to the end. And the worm went down, went across the road. Let's try and not get killed. Look at that beautiful trees either side, Andy, going up there. Anyway, we are following the worm which is going underneath us. And lo and behold, come to the other side. I'll speed up. Actually, I think I need to learn with videos, can't you? I can speed videos up and slow them down, rather than me walking fast. However, here we are. This is the amazing. Can you imagine this in the 1850s and 1860s? This beautiful place that they would come to. And as you can see, it's it's no longer a hotel. It is Malvern St James Girls' School. And it was bought by two ladies in 1919 and converted into a girls' school. And it's been here ever since. Now what I don't know is if actually you're part of the school, you can actually go down the tunnel, or whether it's been filled in. But what a lovely story. Thank you very much, Andrew.
You're welcome.
Very good. Right, unfortunately, to get to the train station, we've walked all the way down the hill. That means now, because I've taken Andy for some real ales, obviously I can't, I'll have a Diet Coke, but we're going to the Nag's Head, which is a very famous pub in Malvern. So we're going to head off. I'm going to leave this on for a little bit and play a bit more of Nimrod by Sir Edward Elgar. And my friend Liz Moses kindly told me of a nice track to play. So I credit the music that's on this vlog to my mate Liz Moses. Enjoy. Andrew, keep your eyes on it. Cedar trees. God damn it. Up at Sir Edward, where we started. See Edward. So here we are. You can see behind us the Nag's Head.
Business end of the
Oh,
day.
look, he's got the real ale. Got the real ale for him and my Diet
You wore me
Coke.
out, mate, all that walking. I couldn't bloody keep up with him.
So it's only about 4 o'clock, isn't it? But it's filling up already. So I hope you enjoyed our day up Worcester Beacon, and then a ramble around some of the places in Great Malvern. Lovely town. I hope you enjoyed it, wee man.
So, we'll have a quick chat. Never mind all that bloody history piss you were on about earlier today.
Okay.
How are you feeling, mate?
I'm feeling good. Feeling
After
good.
a week after your second round of chemo?
Yeah. So second cycle was last Friday, and actually Sarah and I are getting to know the sort of routine. So remember I told you before on that other video, make sure you're hydrated so there's no trouble getting the cannula in. Otherwise the chemo is just boring, to be honest. Take something with you. And then the lovely dexamethasone steroids. So you go really high. Apparently I was a bit short-tempered and a bit mad. And then you crash. Then after that, the usual bit of nausea, just careful what you eat. I've definitely been a bit more tired this week, so I've just made sure after I've swum or whatever, then a rest. I have been told that over the cycles the effects get a bit cumulative, so I may feel it a bit more each time. But look at me, I'm a week later and I've done, how many miles have we done today? 7.5?
7.5 miles.
Including 1,000 feet. Yeah, and actually Malvern dropping down. So yeah, so pretty good, thanks. Pretty good.
Well, and,
Yeah.
good effort.
Thank you very much.
Glad to keep up with you, mate. Stonking around the place.
Oh, well, I actually love the weekend, and we'll do more of this. You're going to see more of Wee Man. Okay, he's actually getting a bit managerial towards the end. Yeah, instead of just doing thing, he was suddenly making decisions. We'll have to sort that out. But really nice, really lovely day. So I hope you've enjoyed it, everyone.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Good.
And what about you, Wee Man? You're asking me questions. Have you had a PSA?
I've had a PSA test, so on a serious note, all you boys out there of this certain age group, if you haven't done, seriously get one done. I was nagged by another good long-standing friend of ours called Christmas, who, when I saw him in October last year, brought it to my attention. It was in the background of my to-do list, shall we say, and I never really thought much about it. But
And you're 61,
yeah,
almost 62.
62 tomorrow.
Yeah. I thought I'd just put that one in. There you go. In advance.
So seriously, guys, if you haven't done, please get a PSA test.
Was your PSA okay? Yours was okay,
Right,
yeah?
yeah.
That's good. And then when are you going back?
So you need to do it every couple of years. So
Maximum.
and just don't be afraid to go and speak to GP and ask for it. You are entitled to it. And the last thing is really just visit the Prostate Cancer UK website. There's loads of really good information.
Oh yeah, prostatecancer.org.
Some people say that it's not a particularly reliable test.
Rubbish.
You'd rather know either way what your score is. It's important to find it out. So please, the whole point of this vlog is to get that message across. So I strongly recommend that you get it. And check out prostatecancer.org. Get some details.
Very good, Andrew. Very good indeed. So, hope you enjoyed it, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.
Cheers.
Bye.